Hello, my name is Erik Kleiber. I'm a painter. In my previous career, I was a union electrician. I've worked with skilled craftspeople my entire life. That fact influences how I approach art. It is a skill to be mastered. As you will see, my work starts off as a rough sketch, typically inspired by other artists. In my 5 years as an electrical apprentice, every year we spent 12 weeks in the classroom studying blueprints, codes, motor controls, instrumentation, the list goes on. I'm used to having my nose in an instruction manual, and I am used to doing research. When I returned to college, that habit of doing research continued. Now it's about art and artists. Aesthetic theory has replaced Ohm's law. The extensive research of artists, art historians, and mediums is what I currently use to work through challenges and problems. This is one of my most recently completed works. As you will see, much of my work is influenced by Vincent van Gogh and Roy Lichtenstein, shown in the previous two slides. I believe working in stained glass and mosaic has influenced my paintings as well. I had no intention of becoming a painter, but an assignment in collage and a reading on Clement Greenberg versus Harold Rosenberg gave me a more flexible understanding of the nature of painting. The result, a body of work consisting of paintings, studies, and collage. The importance of family would begin in response to this group of studies. The work is heavily influenced by the works of Pablo Picasso. Collage, by definition, is about experimentation and flexibility. Images combine in ways that surprise me. In this study, I worked quickly and I began loosening up. My artwork started feeling natural to me because I was creating artwork about what I love. The content of my work centers around two characters, my daughter and my dog. They are blessings from the Lord. They have kept me positive through years of physical therapy that I have needed in order to walk again, drive again, and to pursue studio art. I have decided to recreate my collage using oil on canvas. My dog has numerous traits from past and present dogs that have been part of my family. My first dog, Pebbles, only had 3 legs but was still perfect to me. This is why I have decided to give my dog this trait. I live in constant pain and choose to use my art as a positive outlet. I put my characters in pleasant situations that are more like childlike fantasies. This is a rough sketch for my first painting that would include both of my characters. I thought the sketch was missing something and decided to look through characters brought forth in my original collage study. This couple is not based upon anyone in my family. However, I found this couple interesting and decided to incorporate one of the characters into my painting. My creations sometimes meet in worlds not quite their own. In going for a walk, you should be able to see the impact that Picasso, Van Gogh, and Mosaic have had in my artwork. In my paintings, I find my comfort zone playing with the viewer's perception. The importance of family is about finding happiness in the everyday, dealing with identity, and controlling emotions. I utilize art history, comics, playfulness, and irony. Despite today's hostilities, I hope to get a response that makes you smile and brings you back to a pleasant experience of your own. My work is a reminder of the happiness that makes my life worth living. In this set of sketches, I started off to see The Wizard. I have enjoyed The Wizard of Oz since my childhood. It reminds me of my grandmother, who was somehow related to the Good Witch of the North. Projects may start off as a rough sketch or a collage, then evolve into a painting or mosaic. Some sketches and ideas are saved for later. Revisiting ideas while changing the format may reveal new possibilities. I don't try to hide my love for art history in my work, I embrace it. What I surround myself with becomes my art world. As you can see, this painting has many influences. Vermeer, Van Gogh, and The Good Witch of the North. My first set of studies, the girl and the dog, created characters that I used repeatedly, putting them in situations involving other characters. As much as I like many of my original sketches, part of my job as an artist is to decide if they are interesting enough. I felt this particular sketch was lacking in subject matter and interest. Character development and the creation of new characters became an important drawing study prior to the painting titled Going for a Spin. I completed a group of character studies prior to working on a finished painting. I narrowed down characters until I was happy with this little guy. A set of painting studies for the background was needed in order to achieve the desired suggestion of motion. This one is close, but not quite right. I felt it could use some clouds in the background. Here is the combined effort of these studies coming together to form Going for a Spin. During the process of this painting, I was inspired by an R21 titled Power, featuring Ida Applebrug. This artist finished off her paintings with some glitter. I have followed her example by adding glitter to the girl's bow and the dog's collar. The girl has a strange family that include of 3 characters, which is not much different than my household. I have had a hard time representing the father. This sketch feels right, but I can't take full credit. I struggle with my post-accident identity so much that I have chosen to represent the father by a character created by Roy Lichtenstein. I still have a hard time accepting and representing my disabilities. This is my last interpretation of the family in the form of a mosaic. All the glass pieces are hand cut from scrap pieces that I have saved from previous projects. The frame is repurposed wood that I mitered, stained, and nailed to a spare wood panel before placing and grouting the glass. I have glass tile with a glitter finish on the girl's chin, as well as glass gems on each character. In areas of the man's tie, I have mixed iridescent blue glass with blue glass to add more shimmer. These small details add new characteristics to my work and makes my work more interesting. I have mixed black and white grout until it was the value I desired. I like to finish glasswork off with a coat of wax. I enjoy Lichtenstein's work due to the use of his line as well as the Ben-Day dots used for shading in comic strips. One of Lichtenstein's signature moves is to restrict himself to the use of primary colors and to black and white. The male character in Stepping Out is based on Ferdinand Ledger's painting Three Musicians. The flower is borrowed from another of Ledger's paintings. The woman in Stepping Out is based on the surrealist women of Picasso during the 1930s, as is the girl character in my artwork. The characters are constantly changing in my artwork, searching to find their identity. I look to books on art, the internet, Art21, and Hyperallergic to keep me informed of new art and artists. Art has not only been therapeutic in my life, but it has become a medium in which I have used to take an interest in pursuing a degree. As an artist, I have learned much about form, line, space. However, art has also forced me to learn efficient writing skills, computer skills, and speaking skills. The most important thing I have learned from art is how to be more thoughtful, not only in my craft, but in all things. Thanks for listening.